ライオン神エスカノール様だ。震えるさ。
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Critic Alex, and the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross devs have responded to the Green Lillia fiasco. However, if you read through, and we'll read through it together, they don't actually say Green Lillia's name even once. So it's a pretty interesting read. I'm very interested in this as a longtime Netmarble like content creator and game player. Like, I've never seen Marvel Future Fight respond this quickly to something except one time, and it was right after a huge update that destroyed like 50 characters. It wasn't like one character, it was like 50 characters were getting nuked, and we had to jump through hoops just to get them to respond this quickly. But anyways, let's take a look at what they're saying. So this is the development team for global version of 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. And their goal with 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross is to meet the expectations of Knights. Knights are us, the players, by providing fun, new updates and events, and reducing possible fatigue from repetition. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is being translated from Korean, because Netmarble is a Korean company, and so the Netmarble Fun team is mostly made up of Korean people, I assume. So there may be some awkwardness with the translation, but that's okay. Our development team planned the Tensura collaboration event, so that's the slime collab with 7 Deadly Sins, to achieve the goal of providing fun updates and reducing fatigue. So in their eyes, they wanted to reduce the pressure of the time-limited event, which means like you have a short amount of time to get the characters and then to play through the content, because if you look at the event specifically, if you go over here, you see that there are time-limited events tied to each character. So I guess their idea of trying to limit this, again, I'm not saying that what they're saying is true and 100% accurate, but this is their reasoning. In order to lessen the pressure of a time-limited events for players, they provided a collaboration hero, Benimaru, with related costumes for free. That's the login event where you get a bunch of Benimaru's cosmetics for free. The main focus of the collaboration was to increase our satisfaction and meet expectations. Sure, you're not going to say that you made a bad update. Right. However, through the forum and social media postings and one-star review bombs and Reddit flaming and etc., we found that many players are disappointed with the update. Now, again, this is the most that they're going. This is the closest that they're going to say that they made a mistake on Green Lillia. They don't mention Green Lillia anywhere. This is it. So and then on top of that, here's the apology. Ready? We sincerely apologize for the way we handled this update and for not properly understanding from a user's perspective. That's it. There's no apologies for not having 6.6 Green Lillia. There's no sorry we gave this to JP and not to global. I genuinely think that from reading this, and when it gets to the end, it'll make even more sense. But I really think that they have some kind of mandate in place where they're trying to make global feel different enough from JP that it either encourages JP players to also play global, or it makes the game interesting enough for JP players who did cross over to global to stay on global. I don't know why, but it seems like they're going through a lot of extra effort and a lot of extra hoops and steps to make the events different in just small ways and also big ways, but also small ways, from JP. But that's just a hunch I have, because I don't think they're simply just translating the game from Japanese to English. Obviously, there's a lot more going on, and whether that is just to milk us for money or whether there's something else involved, I don't know. We will take this opportunity to listen sincerely to player feedback. We will do our best to not cause disappointment in future updates. Here's the thing, Netmarble, we will take this opportunity to listen sincerely to player feedback. No, you should be doing this all the time, not just when there's a mistake. You should be constantly taking every opportunity, right, to sincerely listen to player feedback. It's not just after a problem that you listen to player feedback, because when you do something right, the players are going to want to give you good feedback, and then you're going to want to know what that good feedback is so you can continue to do those things. So I think a lot of game companies make this mistake where they're like, oops, we made a mistake, now we're listening. And to the players, that seems very disingenuous. It seems very like, we made a mistake and that's why we're listening. No, you got to listen from the get-go. But that's it. This is the full apology for Green Lillia, by the way. This is all we're getting. I mean, I don't know if they're going to release anything else, but as far as this dev note goes, that's the apology. It's not a 6.6 Green Lillia. It's not a 6.6 Blue Lillia. It's that. Take it for what it is, for better for worse. I'm not going to tell you how to react or how to feel. I'm just saying. To meet the expectations of our Knights, we are currently prioritizing the development of various quality of life updates to improve and convenience systems in the game. So they're basically just giving us a peek into what they're planning to do in the future. And then they said, we're also going to go ahead to show you what we have in store for the 100th day celebration. So these are not events that they're doing in response to the Green Lillia outrage, but they're just giving us they're just saying like, hey, look, we have all these nice things planned. They were going to give us these things regardless of whether the player base was happy about Green Lillia step up banner or obviously shat on the Green Lillia banner. So I just want to try to make that clear. It doesn't seem like, and I would be surprised if they altered this in any way because of that. But maybe they did. Who knows? We plan to give out the white waving cheering uniform set for free. So presumably that means this entire set for all 7 of the sins. Well, it's not Escanor. It's the sins plus Elizabeth. So it's not quite the 7 sins, but it's the 6.5 sins. They're going to give out the white waving cheering uniform for free, and they're preparing an update to give 110 free draws, which is 10 multis with 11 draws in each multi, in the form of 10 tickets. So that's pretty generous. Again, it's weird to quantify this because immediately players are going to see this as, oh, we're getting this because we didn't get Green Lillia. No, that's not true. So some players will then say that this is just a way to distract the global players from the Green Lillia problem by saying, look, we were going to give you this amazing thing, but keep in mind, they were going to give players that anyways. Okay, another perspective you can look at this from, compare this to JP, which is sort of why players are upset that we didn't get 6/6 Green Lillia. On the JP server, as far as I know, they did not get either the white waving uniforms for free or the 110 free draws for the 100-day celebration. They got other events at other times, and they're leading up to their 1-year anniversary now, and they had the 777 event. But specifically for the 100-day event, I'm pretty sure the majority of what they got was the blue Princess Liz step-up banner. So, again, I'm not saying one is better than the other, but I'm saying that they are vastly different, and at least from my point of view, it does seem like Global is getting a much better deal or getting much more rewards for the 100-day event. We haven't seen them yet, so I can't say that with certainty, but I'm just judging based on what I'm seeing here, tentatively, okay? So then they're going to briefly convey updates coming in May in the direction of future updates. So I don't actually want to cover this in full detail because you can read this at your own leisure and you can sort of pick it apart for what you want. But I'm really happy, just as a player of mobile games, I'm really happy to see this level of communication in English for a global game. If you haven't played other games that have this sort of issue with translations, man, like maybe I'm just unlucky that all the games I've played have very little dev notes. Like I didn't even really know what dev notes were until recently, until like a year ago, because I had just never seen them before. I'd played mobile games and just gotten the shaft, and dev's just like, lol, this is the update, bye. So yeah, I'm just, I guess I'm like an orphan in that sense, where I'm like, PTSD'd. But yeah, this is cool. I think this is, I do personally really appreciate this. Does this make up for Green Lillia? Again, it's up to you to decide that. It's not up to me to decide for you. But I can definitely appreciate what they're doing with this, and I really hope that they continue to do this, because this kind of communication is absolutely chef's kiss, and other Netmarble games can absolutely learn a lot from this. So it seems like they're going to be bringing auto clear tickets to global sooner, because they just released on JP not that long ago. So that's awesome, because I really like that, especially for the boss battle stages. I find the boss battle stages to be pretty annoying to farm. Obviously, when it's overnight farming, it's a different story. But if I'm just trying to trigger my death matches, I just want to go, man. I don't want to be doing those Hendrickson fights or whatever. I want to get to the death match and farm the horns or whatever it is, so that I can limit break characters. So being able to clear ticket that is awesome. I love that. And then there's the patrol system, which is, I guess, where you farm the auto clear tickets. We'll have to see exactly what that entails, but it seems like you send your characters off for a certain amount of time, and then they will get a certain number of rewards depending on how long they're gone for. So that's kind of cool. That's sort of like the warp device in Marvel Future Fight in the Shield Lab. So you can sort of think about it that way, where you send the characters off and then they come back and they have XP, except instead of having XP, they will have auto clear tickets or skip tickets, and some other things like awakening materials or ingredients. And it's 2 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours. Kind of doesn't make sense, 4 hours, 4 hours, but I guess it's just level 1 versus level 2 materials. There's no difference in the value there. So consecutive equipment draw and auto salvage. This is basically allowing you to spam open this box, so that you can burn through tons of gold way faster. I know Sekapoko was pretty hype about this when it got released on JP, so I'm glad that we're going to see it on global as well. Hopefully he's happy about that. And then auto salvage, which it sounds exactly as it would, auto salvage. So that's cool. There's a new chapter, chapter 9. Again, none of this stuff, it's kind of weird because I'm happy about this stuff, but none of this stuff has anything to do with Green Lillia. It doesn't. And again, you can take that for what it is. You can take it as they're trying to be more open and communicate more, which some people would argue is not really in the nature of Korean devs, so that's actually a good sign. Other players would see this as just a way of distracting players and like, look, shiny thing, chapter 9, and then just forget about Green Lillia. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, chapter 9 update, and they sort of reminisce about how much money they made on Escanor. That's nice. So we're going to have, you know, the remainder of the 10 Commandments and the Trials of the 7 Deadly Sins. I would love to see more 10 Commandments. I think they're super cool. Love their design. It's tragic that Galen gets stomped nowadays because he's really, really cool. New Knighthood boss battle, this trippy alien horned freaky dude coming, and then some more system upgrade stuff, and then future update direction. So as mentioned above, this is kind of a nice closing statement. The development team will continue to plan various events to prevent Knights from getting fatigued by repetitive gameplay. Spin ticket, spin events, etc. make you stronger, blah, blah, blah. We have a big event update coming to thank all Knights for supporting the game. So please stay tuned. And they got this nice little graphic here. We need this outfit for Liz, by the way. Oh, and then we got Escanor in the back. I didn't even notice that. And then here we go. This is the last thing. This is the last sort of Green Lillia related thing. As a show of gratitude for your support and love of the game, aka we are sorry that we wanted to milk more money out of you for Green Lillia, and we milked tons of money for Gother and Escanor, etc. We plan to send out 5 diamonds over a day for the next 6 days. So every player is going to get 30 diamonds for free. Should you take those 30 diamonds and spend them on the Green Lillia banner? No. I have a video coming out in the not too distant future where I build up my Green Lillia, and I am super disappointed in her viability for PvP in the global meta. So screw that. Save those diamonds or spend them on a cosmetic for another stronger character. And just keep in mind that the diamonds are only stored in your inbox for 24 hours. So you only have 24 hours to claim them, and then they'll be replaced with the next set of diamonds. So it's not going to sit there infinitely. And then they thank you again for the gratitude, support, and etc. for supporting the game. So yeah, this is what it is. I'm very curious to hear what all of you have to say in the comments down below and what you think of this dev note. I am impressed that they came up with this level of detail so quickly in response to the problems. Do I think this addresses the problem, you know, with 100% accuracy? No, obviously. They don't even use the word Green Lillia. But on the other hand, being a player of Netmarble games for a long time and being a player of mobile games for a long time, this is a lot better than other mobile games get. So I try to see the good and the bad in things, and I try to see what I can be optimistic about. And this is good communication, and I can be optimistic about that, so I am going to be. And I'm decently excited for that. And hopeful for the future of this game for years to come, because that's what you want. You want longevity in these games, especially if you're spending money. You want to know that your investment is going to have those legs to go 3, 4, 5 years, and not just, you know, collapse after 2 years from just like milking players too much. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.